All right, Iba, here's another one. And it says a plus 3 equals 2a plus 7 divided by r. This is algebra, and what you're asked to do is to make a the subject of all of this, and that means isolating a, taking it to the left hand side of the equation and taking everything else on the right hand side of the equation. Now let's see how we can do that. Okay, so we've got an r here, and one of the first things we can do is, if you recall, when you multiply or divide two sides of the equation with the same number, it doesn't change anything, right? And so let's see what happens when you multiply the left hand side with r. You got to do that on the right hand side as well. And so let's just multiply with r over here, right? When we did that, we didn't change anything. It remains the same equation. But what it helps you do is cancel out r on the right hand side of the equation. Okay, so what you're going to be left with is r, which is being multiplied with an expression a plus 3, and all of this is equal to 2a plus 7. Now let's do this multiplication, right? And so when you have something outside of a bracket, as you know, we can multiply what's outside the bracket with all the numbers inside, all right? So what this will become is a multiplied by r plus 3 multiplied by r, and the brackets disappear, and then you've got 2a plus 7 on the right hand side of the equation. All right, so now let's bring all the a's on the left hand side and everything else on the right hand side. The way that we're going to do it is ar, and let's subtract minus 2a from the left hand side of the equation, and when we do that, we will have to do the same on the right hand side of the equation as well. All right, this and this. Okay, now what happens on the right hand side of the equation is that plus 2a, which is this, and minus 2a will cancel each other out, and you're only going to be left with the 7 here. Okay, and on the left hand side, what do we have now? We have an a times r plus 3 times r. Okay. Oh, I think we have done something wrong. What we wanted to do was, well, okay, let me just back up. Forget about this step. Just forget it, okay? Let's just go back to this step, okay? And we said that we wanted to bring all the a's over here, all right? And we did that by subtracting minus 2a from both sides of the equation. Minus 2a got cancelled out with plus 2a on the right hand side of the equation, and so you're left with ar plus 3r minus 2a equals 7. Okay, now we want to leave the a's here and take this expression on the right hand side of the equation. So let's just deal with this. ar plus 3r, leave minus 2a as is, and subtract 3r from left hand side of the equation. When you do it on the left hand side of the equation, you'll have to do the same on the right hand side of the equation. And so what that means is that we have the 3r gone from the left hand side, and you're left with ar minus 2a, which equals 7 minus 3r. Okay, now focus on the left hand side. You got a common in both of these, which means that we can take a out and put everything else in the bracket. Okay, can we do that? Right. Okay, and you got 7 minus 3r on the right hand side of the equation. Now let's just keep a here and take everything else on the right hand side. How are we going to do that? Got a r minus 2 and divide that by r minus 2. And when you do that on the left hand side of the equation, remember what do you have to do? You have to do the same on the right hand side of the equation as well. So r minus 2 will cancel each other out here, and what you're left with is a, which is what we wanted, and a is equal to 7 minus 3r divided by r minus 2. That should be the end of this.